This video and every other video on this channel is brought to you by our channel members. Join today for early access, bonus content, and more. Hello, LS11 Universe, it's the Doctor, and Zander number 3. And welcome back to the LS11 Indies here in WWE 2K25 Universe mode. We've got a overly stacked show for you today. We're going to be here a little while. Yep. We have got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, but 10 indie matches for you tonight. This is what happens when you put matches as an incentive for a telethon. And so we're kicking off with a match paid for by JT, a trios match. You know it's JT because the fucking Nexus are involved. Heath, Fred Roser and PJ Black reunited once again. He had a night to challenge for the Trios Championships. It's going to be the most star-powered indie show we've got because the Shield are here. That's true. And we're just not going to cut to the Raw arena this time for it. This is why we cut to the Raw arena on pay-per-views when the Shield have a match, because this is what their entrance looks like otherwise. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Jon Moxley making their way down to the ring tonight. The Shield and the Nexus set to collide for the first time ever. Alright, without any further ado, let's do it. Seth Rollins and Heath Slater starting it out. Rollins out of the gate with a knee strike. And now Seth throwing Heath across the ring into the corner now. Seth Rollins. Crossbody there now, and Rollins. Big knee strike there to Heath, taking him down. Grabbing him back up to his feet now, and Seth Rollins. Big combo there to Heath now. Has a hold of him. Throwing Heath into the corner now. And tag made, Jon Moxley in. The Shield looking to just isolate and conquer Heath early on here. Take him down as quick as you can. It seems like the game plan is here. We're here in the LS11 arena here one more time on the Indies. Next week, the return of LAW. That is right. We've had so many shows this week and just we're so tired. So if we seem a little off on commentary, this is like the 10th show we've recorded in 5 days. And one of those shows was Slammiversary. Yeah, we're very tired. As now Rollins knocked back by Heath now, and Heath. Big right hook. Remember, we know that the Shield is supposed to be doing battle with the Wyatt Six at Clash in Paris in 2 weeks for those trios titles. But could the Nexus play spoiler and change up the match from the Shield to the Nexus defending the trios titles? We're going to find out. As Rollins taking down Heath again now. Big chop there. Kicks him in the midsection now. And Seth Rollins into pedigree on Heath. Rolls him over now into a cover now. Seth Rollins. For the one, saved by PJ Black. Tag made, Roman Reigns is in. Roman Reigns competing on an indie show. This is what happens when you give Zander money. Pretty much. What more can you really say about it? It's Roman coming in hot now. Roman Reigns, big right hook there. Grabs all the Heath. Sending him off the ropes now. And Roman into Samoan drop there, taking him down. PJ Black and Fred Roser not been tagged in yet. No, they have not. It's starting to make me wonder if they're going to be able to even get tagged in. There's Roman Reigns launching him into the corner now again. Tag made back to Seth. The Shield working together here like a well-oiled machine. Oh, but Heath. Well, we know Heath has beat Seth Rollins just like this before in the past. But Rollins able to find the wherewithal to counter it this time. Heath looking to finally make a tag. In comes Fred Roser. Here he is, Fred Roser. Coming after Jon Moxley now. Fred Roser, the man we've seen the least of out of the 3 Nexus members here. So he's looking to prove himself here tonight. Looking to get himself a championship win here tonight. Jon Moxley now. Moxley! Good God! Moxley with that vicious knee strike there, knocking him back. Jon Moxley now with Fred Roser into the corner. Tag made right back to Seth. Seth Rollins. The Shield really trying to end this one quickly, Doc. It does feel like that. Feels like they're trying to put down the Nexus as quick as they can here. It's always been their strategy, though. They isolate, they conquer. And right now, Fred Roser might be in some trouble here. Here we go. Rollins with stomp to Fred Rosa. Into the cover now, and Seth Rollins saved by Heath Slater. Jon Moxley back in now. Getting him back up to his feet now, and Jon Moxley goes for a kick. Rosa countering. Fred Rosa throws him across the ring into the corner. And now Rosa with a chop. And down Moxley here. Fred Rosa with Jon Moxley down. Fred Rosa. Whoa, Roman Reigns getting involved. Now Moxley. Getting back up here. Jon Moxley. Big clothesline to Rosa, taking him down. Jon Moxley now just going after him with a mugging shot here. Fred Roser has the wherewithal to keep fighting back into it. Roser's taking Moxley down. Fred Roser for the huge upset. But Seth Rollins. Fred Roser, someone a lot of people have seen a lot of potential in for years. But now, he's got Moxley for a flying shoulder block. Mox is down here, and Rosa. Here we go. Fred Rosa putting him in the corner now, and Fred Rosa goes for a tag. Jon Moxley into a clothesline. Grabs a hold of him now, and Jon Moxley goes for a kick. Rosa gets caught now, and Fred Rosa taken down by Mox. Looks like twice now that Rosa has had Moxley scouted. Been able to counter him in some way. It did seem like Moxley was about to go for maybe the paradigm shift or even the death rider, but Rosa countered and caught his leg. Oh wait, Moxley though. Could have spoken too soon. Paradigm shift. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. The Shield retain in fairly quick fashion. That's going to do it. The Shield get the win. A fast-paced opener here tonight to get the people hyped up. Now, for the love of God, anytime we do donations, meaning bookings, please stop booking the fucking Nexus, people. We're so tired of Nexus. We're so tired of Remember the Nexus. So the Shield with the win. Jon Moxley, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns retain the trios titles. And we've still got 9 of the matches to get through tonight. We promise that there will be much more excitement coming up. That there will be. Let's do this. More action coming up next. Alright, we got some more singles action coming up next on the women's side of things. That is right, Doc, because now, as we know, glamour is forever. As this matchup was paid for by channel member Zac Rushing this past Tuesday. That is right, as here is the glamour, Blake Monroe, making her way down to the ring. Essentially, this is just kind of a bonus free episode of what Member Nitro kind of looks like for members and Patreons, except there's titles on the line on this one. You know what? Yeah, kind of. That's kind of what this is more than anything. So one half of the women's tag team champions making her way down to the ring. The Glamour, Blake Monroe, set for action tonight. And Monroe tonight finds herself going one-on-one with the Twisted One of the LS11 universe. That is right, here comes Alexa Bliss to the ring. So, Alexa Bliss set for action tonight. Bliss and Monroe, let's do this. Here we go. It's on. They lock up. I'm sure people asked for this match for very normal reasons. And I'm sure people are going to act very normal about these two women facing off as Blake Monroe rolls her through. One. Bliss kicks out. Goes into a jackknife now. Cover. One. No. Blake Monroe swings it back around now. Has Bliss. Backslide. One. No. And you got to think with a matchup like this, it is kind of a clash of generations here. I think a lot of people see Blake Monroe on a career path very similar to Alexa Bliss, a very similar rise to popularity, a rise to the top of the WWE Women's Division. She's part of a tag team right now with one of, if not the most popular woman in the LS11 universe. I'd say maybe second most popular woman in the LS11 universe in Tiffany Stratton on Monday Night Raw right now as part of Glitz and Glamour. But tonight she finds herself taking on Alexa Bliss, a woman who once was the most popular woman in wrestling. Absolutely, as Blake Monroe gets chopped and gets slapped real hard in the face there. Bliss sending her off the ropes now. Alexa Bliss ducks him. Bliss now goes for the drop toe hold. Monroe gets caught now. And Blake Monroe, wait a minute, shoved down by Bliss. Alexa Bliss, former SmackDown Women's Champion in her own right. Former TNA Knockouts Champion as well. As now Bliss pushed into the corner by Blake Monroe here. Blake Monroe. This is actually the first singles match we're seeing her have since she got here to WWE back at WrestleMania. That's right, every match we've seen her in before this in WWE has been alongside Tiffany Stratton in tag team action or 6-woman tag action. Some form of multi-woman match. This is her first singles match. She's coming in against one of the best. Both of these, Blake Monroe as well, recently revealed she's going to be part of the Women's World Cup, coming soon for members and Patreon backers as well. The first round was officially revealed last night on stream. You can go back and watch the SmackDown watch along and see what Zander talked about it, but the graphics will start going up for it soon as well. That is right, as Bliss now swinging Monroe around and takes out the legs. And now Blake Monroe put in the corner here. Alexa Bliss scoops her up now, taking it down. Bliss into a cover now, has Blake Monroe down. Alexa Bliss, no, kick out from Monroe. Blake Monroe's caught now, and Alexa Bliss has got her here. Alexa Bliss, it's been a little while since she's been a champion in the LS11 universe. She's trying to get herself back in title contention, and a win here over a current champion would probably do that. You gotta think so, as she went for insult to injury. Oh, I think her face smacked off the announce table a little bit there as well. Blake Monroe, she's known to get violent when she needs to. We're seeing that right now as she takes Bliss, who has a history of concussions, and slams her face into the announce table. Blake Monroe now, big splash across the back of Bliss. Blake Monroe into a sling blade. And, well, putting a boot into the face again is Monroe. Blake Monroe's got it down now, getting Alexa Bliss back up to her feet. Blake Monroe, big shot there now, and Bliss catches a hold of her into body drop to Monroe. Blake Monroe going down now, Alexa Bliss into a cover. For the 1, for the 2, kick out from the Glamour. Bliss has got her now, and Alexa Bliss with a stomp to the head. And again, Monroe is down. Bliss now grabbing the arms now, and Bliss stomping away at her again here. Has it down now, Alexa Bliss going up to the top rope here. Alexa Bliss gonna look to fly. You know, it's funny, we mentioned that this is pretty much a free episode of Member Nitro. This is what the arena looks like for Member Nitro. That's right, this is the arena we use, isn't it? Wait a minute, Monroe caught Bliss. Taking it down. For the 1, for the 2, for the 3. Blake Monroe getting the win there over Bliss, managing to catch her, scooping her out of the air is Blake Monroe. Caught her out of the air there, did Blake Monroe. Swung her around. Took her down. The woman from hell, the Glamour, with the victory. Blake Monroe with that spinning phantom driver for the win over Alexa Bliss tonight. Monroe caught her out of the air, swung her around, and down she went. Blake Monroe with the win. Glamour is forever, as they say. We got more coming up next here on this indie special. That we do. More coming up next. Let's do it. Alright, folks, we got some 6-man tag team action coming up next here on the show. As here comes. Here comes the WWE Intercontinental Champion to the ring. That is right, this is a big trios match paid for by our buddy Pierre the other night. As here comes none other than Axiom to the ring. Axiom's going to be defending that championship very soon here at Clash in Paris against the ruler Obafemi. That is right. Axiom just a few days away from defending against Obafemi at this point. Finds himself teaming up in a big stacked trios matchup here tonight. As he finds himself teaming up, it is champions uniting tonight because he is teaming up with the Lucha Bros. That is right, the WWE World Tag Team Champions. Axiom and the Lucha Bros covered in gold tonight. What an all-star trio this is. All-star trio is saying the least about it. You put these three together and you are in for a treat. You are in for destruction. You are in for high-flying, fast-paced tag team action. Rey Fénix and Penta winning those championships recently. Winning those tag team titles recently. Taking them away from LFI back at Cyber Sunday. And now tonight, the Lucha Bros are here. So, Fénix and Penta here, they team up with Axiom. Look at that lineup. And they find themselves going up against the trio from hell. Yeah, this is Zander's, like, one of Zander's Nightmare Blunt rotations, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, kinda. As out first, the leader of First Class, AJ Francis. AJ Francis making his way down to the ring. The leader of First Class here tonight. First part of this matchup. That's right, AJ Francis still seeking his first championship in the LS11 universe. Part of the TNA roster. Himself, Ashanti, and Kasey, and Rich Swann now, rather, making up First Class. So, how can it get worse than AJ Francis, you might wonder? Frankie Kazarian's here. God dang it. Just when we think we're out. Back in. Frankie Kazarian is the next man in this one. Frankie Kazarian and AJ Francis. Just when you think it can't get worse, right? Just when you think it can't get any worse. Yeah, where are we going with this? Well, just when you think it can't get any worse. The TNA Legends Champion is here. The Miz. The Legends Champ who defends against our buddy Carnold tomorrow at Slammiversary. We're going to be on the call for that one. That we will. We will be on call. As Miz making his way to the ring, teaming up with AJ Francis and Frankie Kazarian. This is certainly a lineup. It's certainly... Pierre, this is one of the trios of all time that you have put together here. That, yeah, you know, that's certainly one way to put it. Certainly one way to put it. So, let's do this. Why is Miz asked for a mic? Now hold on! Hold on for just a moment before we get started here. Because I went and talked to some select members of management. And I thought we should up the stakes tonight, Axiom. So it is not just going to be myself, the king of the universe, Frankie Kazarian, and AJ Francis. We have got a fourth member to our team. Give it up for El Grande, Omasakano. Oh, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. You're kidding me. Fuck all the way off. I thought he was in Mexico. That's what I'd heard. But he's here. He's here in Georgia. He's here in Gainesville tonight. The world's largest luchador, El Grande Omasakano, is back. Miz has managed to convince management to make this a 3-on-4 matchup. With Omasakano, it's more like a 3-on-6. This dude's the size of all three members of the other team. El Grande Omasakano is here. Omasakano set for action tonight. Miz's insurance policy. The man that many believe will be the reason Carnold is unable to capture the Legends title tomorrow. Omasakano has made his way down to the ring. So, Omasakano joins this match. Wait a minute, Axiom's got a mic. You know, Miz, it's funny you should say that. It's funny that you should bring Omasakano out here and try and up the stakes yourself. Trying up the stakes to be 3-on-4. It's almost like someone would have had to have anticipated that. And prepared and also talked to management. And had a fourth member added to his team. So, making his LS11 Universe debut, please welcome our fourth member of this team of exclusively masked wrestlers. Please welcome El Exterminador, Carlos Zanzanega. What is this? Who the hell could this be? Carlos Zanzanega, El Exterminador. Have you... What, you haven't heard of him? Fuck, I'm playing along with this one. This is hilarious. Is this... C3? Yeah. Is this Hero en Español? Yeah. No, this is fucking great. Fight Petty with Petty, I guess. at a loss for fucking words. What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm not gonna be able to keep a fucking straight face after this shit. No, what the hell, man? Axiom, credit where it's due. You're fighting petty with petty, my friend. Axiom going to the depths of the Mexico independent scene to find El Exterminador, Carlos Zanzanega. What? This is as great as Juan Cena. In fact, this might be better than Juan Cena. This is fucking brilliant. You good? No. You might need to take lead commentary for a minute. Guys, I don't think I've ever seen Doc laugh this hard at anything. This is actually just a joy to see. It's almost scary how big he's smiling right now. As I'm gonna have to take the lead play-by-play for a minute. Here's Axiom with a wrecking ball. Oh god. Oh my god. And AJ Francis slamming El Exterminador off the apron. Carlos Zanzanega is in trouble. Oh my, holy hell. I'm good now. My god, Seth Rollins, take notes. As Axiom now, a frog splash into the back of AJ Francis. And a tag made to Rey Fenix. We don't know if that will be available. That version of Hero will be available anywhere at any time. We'll see. As AJ Francis now has Rey Fenix up and takes him down. Getting him back up to his feet. He's got sunglasses on over his mask, Z3. He's got sunglasses on over the mask. As the Miz is tagged in now, the Legends Champion is in, and Frankie Kazarian hopping off the apron for a moment. I think it's because he's not really sure what to think about all this either. Just want everyone to remember, Zander doesn't care for the Cody Deaner hometown man thing, but who do you think booked this twist? It's Rey Fenix. No! Whoa! Whoa! What a combo there! Countering Miz's counters there all the way through. Rey Fenix overhead chops now. Now Miz swinging Phoenix around, grabs a hold of him. Miz taking him down now. Miz into a cover on Rey Fenix here. Cover. Kick out from Phoenix. Big boot there from the Miz. Takes down Rey. And Miz now tags in Kaz. Frankie Kazarian, the king of LS, calls himself the king of the universe, but we learned recently that there's only one undisputed king of the universe, and that's Zander, who we're going to be seeing a little bit later tonight in action in one of our 3 big title matches tonight. That is right, as Kaz firing away at Rey Fenix now. Hitting him in the head now. Rey Fenix getting turned over now. Kaz going after him. Kaz now sweeps out the leg. Grabbing onto Phoenix, getting him back up here. Phoenix firing away at him now. Rey Fenix. Whoa! What a slingshot there from Rey Fenix. Getting Frankie Kazarian back up to his feet now, and Rey Fenix with the Phoenix driver. We may not even have to see half the competitors getting this matchup. We may not. It's kind of the situation with the Nexus earlier tonight. Now Rey Fenix kicking away at Kaz here. Rey Fenix getting him back up to his feet now, and Rey Fenix firing away at him now. Big chop here. Rey Fenix hits the ropes. They collide now, and Frankie Kazarian, big kick there, pulls him in. Kazarian throws him into the corner now, and El Grande took a shot. Frankie Kazarian with Rey Fenix here, tying up the arm. Frankie Kazarian's got him now, and Kazarian, here we go, El Grande Omasakano is in. The world's largest luchador is in. Double hip toss, and double penalty kick as well. Here we go. It's Luchador versus Lucha Legend. Carlos Zanzanega, El Exterminador is in. And the Exterminador coming to the aid of Rey Fenix now. is Zanzanega. Carlos hits the ropes. Superman punch. Into the cover now. 1, 2, no. Frankie Kazarian making the save. And now Omasakano launching Exterminador across the ring. Getting him back up to his feet now. Has him up, and Omasakano has him down. Tags in Miz. Well, I'd say we might be getting an early preview of Slammiversary here, but that would require Zanzanega, this Zanzanega, to be at Slammiversary. That's right, and we know for a fact it's not him, it's Carnold. This is Carlos. As Miz now throwing Carlos into the referee. John Cone getting caught there. Carlos with a knee into the midsection. Throws him across the ring into the corner here. Not since Juan Cena has a greater bait and switch been pulled. Double axe handle from Axiom now. And Axiom, forearm strike to the Miz. Standing shooting star. Taking him down. Cover by Axiom. 1, 2, no. Miz kicking out. This is truly a peak lineup of men on both sides of this matchup. It really is. It absolutely is. Let's look at this. Axiom. Whoa. Axiom. Showing that great athleticism here. Is the Iron Man of the LS11 universe. Axiom now getting Miz back up to his feet here. Axiom. Firing away at the Miz now. Overhand shot. Knocks him into the ropes again now. And Axiom. Throwing some shots in the back of the Legends champ. And hits that stomp across the back of the head. Into the cover now. Axiom for the 1, for the 2. Kick out from the Legends champion. Axiom getting fired up here, trying to cut off Miz from the rest of the team. AJ Francis is back in now. And AJ Francis, whoa. Sidewalk slam to Axiom, taking him down. Only man yet to be in this one is Penta. AJ Francis looking for the payout. Here we go. Axiom knocking him back now. Axiom tags in Penta. Well, commentators cursed that one, didn't you, Doc? Maybe just a little bit. As Penta. Oh, what a whisper in the wind from one half of the tag team champions. Now Penta kicking the midsection. And Mexican Destroyer to AJ Francis. Into the cover now. Penta. Cover. No. Miz with the save. And now Penta going up to the top rope again here. Penta going to look to fly. Penta El Zero Miedo with a swanton bomb onto AJ Francis. Cover for the 1. Cover for the 2. And El Grande Omasakano was there to make the save as well. Omasakano was ready to make the save on that one. Now Penta gets caught here. AJ Francis scoops him up here, and AJ Francis power slam, taking him down. Into the cover here. AJ Francis kick out from Penta. Pulls him in and clothesline. AJ Francis taking him down here. Francis getting him back up to his feet now, and AJ Francis kicking the midsection. Going for Penta now. Penta answering back here. AJ Francis one of the only 2 men in this matchup not to hold gold. Wait a minute, who's the other? Carlos Zanzanega. He's never been a champion. We really are just playing along, aren't we? How much you want to bet there's one person in chat just going on and on about how they know who this is and everyone's crazy but them, and just not getting that it's a joke? Oh, Penta. While we were making that joke, nearly getting the win there. Tag made, and in comes Omasakano. El Grande. No, wait a minute. Penta. With Mexican Destroyer to the 7'4" luchador. Into the cover. AJ Francis with the save. Axiom in now, and Axiom with his old rival Omasakano for a golden ratio. Into the cover again. Axiom for the 1. For the 2, AJ Francis makes the save again. I thought you could only make 1 save per partner. Yeah, that's, a little strange. Phoenix now. Oh, the strength of Ray Phoenix here. as he takes him down. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, Masakano somehow still in it. Rey Fénix now getting the world's largest luchador back to his feet. Throws him into the corner. Tags in his brother. Penta's in now, and Penta and Fénix. Here we go. Fénix with a big bomb there, and now Penta. Big stomp. Penta stomping the back of the legs of Omasakano. Penta getting him back up to his feet here, and Penta sling blade taking down Omasakano. Tag made. Here we go, and now Carlos Zanzenegger is in. Yep, he sure is. And well, there go the peanut gallery for the most part. It's Omasakano now trying to take down Carlos. Gets him up, taking him down. Down goes Miz now. Now the full peanut gallery down. And spear! Cone, what are you doing? Get back in the ring. He's covering him. Cover. 1, 2, 3. I'm afraid it was peak. I'm afraid it was peak. The greatest luchador the greatest luchador quartet there ever was. This happened and we all let it happen. Good God. Your winners, Axiom, Penta, Fénix, and El Exterminador, Carlos Zanzenegger. We got more coming up next, here on the Indies. I think we could all use a little bit of a palate cleanser after that one. Agreed. How about a monster fight? Let's do it. As here comes one of the monsters. Here comes the monster among the LS11 originals. Here comes Zajac. There he is, Zajac. The monster of the originals, as you said, Doc. We've seen him demolish former world champions. He walks into that 6-way matchup tomorrow at Slammiversary for a chance to go on and challenge for the TNA World title at Under Siege in just 4 weeks' time. That is right, as Zajac makes his way down to the ring. Let's do this. Zajac tonight finds himself going head-to-head with a monster. And that monster is Jake something. That is right. There he is. Jake something. Making his way down to the ring. Jake something tonight. Returning to action. Been a little bit since we've seen him here. He's part of the TNA roster. Part of the TNA roster. Now we get to see him back in action. Let's do this. Which was good to say it. I'll do it. Alright, yeah, go for it. You don't get to do it too often lately. Alright, here we go. The big trucks is gonna eat the little trucks. Don't expect a technical masterpiece with these two folks. You're just gonna see two big meaty men bumping meat in this one. That you are is Zajac shoving him down now. Zajac grabs him by the throat and launching him across the ring. Jake something now grabs a hold of him here, and Zajac and Jake something. Jake something shoves him down now. Zajac into a big clothesline there, taking him down. Zajac now with Jake something back to his feet, picks him up by the throat, throws him across the ring. Zajac now stomping away at Jake something here. Zajac trying to pull the trigger and beat him quick here. Gets caught though. Jake something. Power slam. Both these guys have something to prove tonight, Doc. That they do. Zajac's got to try and keep his momentum looking good before that six-way matchup tomorrow. Jake something wants to prove why he should be on TNA television again. Zajac now taking him down here. Zajac with Jake something. Grabs him and look at this. Just powers him up like he's a child almost. Kicking the head there from Jake something now. And Jake something's got a hold of him. And Jake something with that running power slam. Taking down Zajac. Zajac's foot, though, is under the bottom rope. And he kicks out. Over now. Zajac deadlifting him. He's got him up. Powerbomb from Jake something. Into a cover on Zajac. 1, 2, no. Jake something with that deadlift powerbomb. Could have gotten a huge win there. Jake something. As Zajac reeling right now. Now, wait a minute. Zajac's got Jake something up. Into a gut check. What a move from Zajac. Zajac has him up. Zajac launching him across the ring. Now Zajac stalking Jake something for a spear. Into the cover now, and Zajac, to pick up the momentum heading at a Slammiversary, gets the win quick and easy. Big win there tonight for Zajac. As he prepares for tomorrow. I swear, it feels like every time we look at our notes for how many matches are left, the number stays the same. Yo, I thought we only had 10 matches tonight. I guess we have 11 and we just lost count. Zajac with the win, though. We've got to set a hard limit on these things from here on out. We really do. This is like the third time in a row this has happened. Zajac just absolutely cutting Jake something in half with that spear. Getting the win. We got more coming up next here on the LS11 Indies. That is right. We still got our big 3 title matches to come. Our triple main event still to come. Alright, well, folks, up next we have got another singles match. This one paid for by JT. Every match from here on out has been JT. We got one match that was Flame Shadow, but the rest were JT. Alright, just the rest were JT. We'll say which one was Flame Shadows when we get to it. But this one was JT as well. Yeah, JT kind of carried this show. As here comes Chris Danger, the 99 overall, to the ring. So, Chris Danger makes his way down to the ring, the 99 overall, the former LAW champion. As now, here comes his opponent. Is he tough enough? We'll hope so, because here comes Maven to the ring. Maven in action tonight. Big matchup. Return matchup for Maven. He's on a very part-time basis here in the LS11 universe. That's right, we don't see Maven wrestle all the time, but he steps in the ring from time to time. So, Maven and Chris Danger, two icons of wrestling YouTube nowadays. Yeah, Maven's more the guy that talks about wrestling than the guy that wrestled nowadays, isn't he? Here we go. There's Chris and Maven logging up here. Chris Danger pushing to the corner now. Maven has him in the corner here, and Maven. Big right hook there from Maven. Has a hold of Danger now, and Chris Danger trying to fight back into it now, and Maven has him by the arm. Maven's got the experience factor over Chris in this one, but Chris Danger, pretty decorated. Maven's a former World Tag Team Champion alongside The Big Show. If you don't know what we're talking about, WrestleMania 21, go watch it in the Retro Series. As Maven getting pushed back here by Chris Danger now, and Chris Danger takes him out of the legs. Danger now getting Maven back to his feet here. Chris Danger firing away at Maven. Forearm strike now, grabs a hold of him. Maven sent off the ropes here. Chris Danger leapfrogs him, ducks him, and rolls him through now. Danger into roundhouse kick into the midsection of Maven. Danger kicking away at him now. Maven back to his feet here. Maven with the elbow. Takes him down now. Maven's got a hold of him here, and Maven with the arm. For a knee strike into the arm. Maven with another stomp now. Maven has Danger for a drop kick. Maven, whoa, he's still got it there with some athleticism. But Danger into a jumping neck breaker, follows it through. Chris Danger now getting him back up to his feet now. Danger. Midsection now. Maven with the former DPW champion, or the former LAW champion rather, kick out there. Don't forget, Danger's also a former TNA Tag Team champion as well. He'll be in that #1 contenders matchup tomorrow as well. So we're going to see a couple of the members of that matchup in action. That's right, the other members of the matchup we're not seeing tonight. Myron Reed, Big Bill, Kasey Navarro. Big kick out there from Chris Danger. Danger tucking and rolling here. Goes for a big super kick. Maven's caught him now. Power slam. Or hip toss there, rather. Taking him down. Maven. He's getting fired up here. Maven's getting the crowd rallying behind him in this one a little bit is Maven. He's got in the ropes now. Maven with a punch to the gut now. Maven going to the midsection here. Has Danger of the ropes. And Maven with a clothesline taking him down. Maven's got Chris Danger now. And Maven going up to the top rope now. Maven gonna look to fly. Maven win for the flying splash. Danger kicking him down. And Danger with a knee to the jaw. And Chris Danger, that age factor, being younger and more athletic, maybe starting to pay off for him a little bit here over the wisdom and experience of Maven. Rising through now. Maven in the ropes, though. Stay in it now. Knee into the back from Danger here. Chris Danger getting him back up now. And Chris Danger, forearm strike. Forearm strike again now. Chris Danger knocking him back. Maven's caught him now. And Maven with Chris Danger taking him towards the corner. And head first into the turnbuckle now. Maven grabs a hold of him, scoops Danger up now, and Maven body slamming him down. Maven going into the top rope now. Maven. What's he thinking here? Maven. Crossbody to Danger. Maven to put down Chris Danger for the 1, 2, kick out. Now Maven has Chris Danger here. Maven gonna look to fly. Maven. Whoa, what a powerbomb from Chris. And Maven gets turned inside out. Chris Danger, he's getting in the danger zone now. That he is, the big jumping knee strike to Maven. Chris Danger now. Big forearm. Follows through with another one. And Danger now into a sling blade. Maven's down. Chris Danger. Here we go. Chris Danger. It's a must-win situation for him tonight. That it is, as Chris Danger now tuning up the band for some sweet chin music. Grabs a hold of him now, and Danger into Taste of Danger. 1, 2, 3. Chris has done it. Chris Danger with the win. Chris Danger gets the win over Maven tonight. Just like that, Maven getting knocked off by Danger tonight. A big win for Chris. Former LAW champ with the win. Chris Danger getting some momentum on his side. Big win there. We got more coming up next here on the Indies. Alright, folks. Well, this was Flame Shadow's match to pick here tonight. As here comes the prodigy, Nick Wayne, to the ring. Nick Wayne wrestling his second match today. That's right, he was on Ring of Honor earlier today, knocking off Fabian Eichner. It's Nick Wayne, who's dealing just with, you know, poor guy is just dealing with the worst thing imaginable right now, it feels like. It really does. As Nick Wayne finds himself in the middle of all the Aaron Stevens situation. This whole Aaron Stevens situation, it's just a mess. And now tonight he's just got a goofball to deal with. So, he is finding himself against the funniest man in the LS11 universe, admittedly, Danhausen. Oh, God. Thank God Danhausen at least doesn't have at least Nick Wayne's not having to talk to him. He's just having to wrestle him tonight. That's very true. So, any further ado, here we go. Nick Wayne and Danhausen locking up here. And when Danhausen wants to, he can flip a certain switch. And he can go in that ring. It's very true. As he and Nick Wayne locking up here. Nick Wayne now trying to fight back into it. Swings him around now. He's got Danhausen by the back now. Danhausen trying to get out of this now. And Nick Wayne with a punch into the back here. Nick Wayne, the prodigy here, showing his prowess as he swings Danhausen around into a snap man. Chin lock on him here. Danhausen's down. Nick Wayne now trying to wrench it back in. Danhausen trying to get out of it though. Danhausen Rolls back through now. Has Nick Wayne by the back. Danhausen now pulling back on the arm. Nick Wayne. Gets in trouble here. Nick Wayne. No. Nick Wayne grabs Danhausen, taking him down. Has him by the arm now. Nick Wayne. Danhausen in some trouble here. Nick Wayne. No. Danhausen punching him in the midsection. And again. Knocking him back here. Danhausen. Locking up with him again now. And Danhausen sends him off the ropes. Leapfrogs him. Ducks him. And big clothesline. Danhausen, he's just... It feels like he's just everywhere in the LS11 universe. We consider him the Deadpool of LS11 universe. Because you never know when he's going to pop up, where he's going to pop up, or what he's going to do. As he... Oh! Managed to just barely get out of the way of that cannonball. And Danhausen taking him down here. Danhausen, part of the Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw. He's literally been on every major show there is in the LS11 universe at some point. And then some. He's appeared on the Indies as well, as we've seen. He appeared in LAW at one point, once or twice. Just, you name it, he's been there for the most part. If ARW and Danhausen had coincided in LS11 universe, you can bet your ass he would have showed up at some point. You're probably not wrong is the worst part. Danhausen very well would have found his way through that ARW portal at some point. As now Nick Wayne rolling through cover now. Danhausen kicks out. Goes over now into a jackknife cover here. Danhausen for the 1. For the 2. No. Nick Wayne swinging it back around here. Nick Wayne. Backslide to Danhausen. 1. No. Danhausen kicking out. Danhausen rolling out of the ring here. And Nick Wayne. What a dive to the outside. Nick Wayne now gets him back up to his feet. And Nick Wayne throws Danhausen back into the ring. Now Wayne up on the apron here. Nick Wayne. Caught with a right hook. Danhausen drop kicking him down here. Danhausen. Taking him down now. And Danhausen. Picking Nick Wayne back up to his feet here. And Danhausen. Big kick there. Taking him down. Getting Nick Wayne up again now. And Danhausen. Throwing Wayne back into the ring now. Danhausen. Nick Wayne back up to his feet though. Nick Wayne with a Hurricane Rana. Nick Wayne trying to turn things back around here, trying to pick up the win over Danhausen. Hitting with a super kick now. Nick Wayne springboards into a splash. Danhausen going down. Nick Wayne now with Danhausen reeling here. Getting him back up to his feet now. Nick Wayne. Taking the midsection now and going up top. Danhausen though. Oh my god! Well, that's the second time that's happened to Nick Wayne this weekend, I believe. Danhausen now, whoa. Sent him to the top rope. Nick Wayne taking him down again. Nick Wayne. Kicks in the midsection, and they're on the floor here. Whoa, sunset flip on the floor. Danhausen going back first into the floor there. Nick Wayne taking him down here. Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne is tired of all the games, tired of all the crap he's having to go through as of late. As he goes up top again now, Danhausen trying to take him down again. Nick Wayne. Oh my god! Danhausen, like we said, he can get vicious in that ring when he needs to, and we're seeing that right now. As Danhausen... He was looking for the good night Hausen. Nick Wayne into Wayne's World. Wayne's World to Danhausen for the 1, 2, 3. No! Danhausen has somehow stayed in it. And so Wayne runs towards the ropes with Danhausen rolling him through now. Danhausen. Cover. 1, 2. Nick Wayne rolls it over now. Nick Wayne. 1, 2, 3. Nick Wayne swipes the win. What a matchup there tonight. Nick Wayne knocking off Danhausen tonight. Nick Wayne, a second win today for him. We still got a few matches left. We're in the final. We're in the second half now. We've made it. Our triple main event's coming. Alright, well, a weird-ass match coming up next. For this match, I simply raise the question, JT, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do this? Well, here is the girl with the shiniest wizard from Wales. It's Nixon Newell, who we recently revealed will be in the Women's World Cup. She makes her way down to the ring. Nixon Newell, former NXT Women's Champ, former AEW Women's Champ, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. First time we're seeing her in a little bit here tonight. She's still part of the TNA roster. Here in the LS11 universe is Nixon. And she finds her way here to the Indies tonight. And again, I ask JT, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is this how you get your sick kicks? Because here comes the Ice Demon, Blue Kane, to the ring. Blue Kane is here. My former tag team partner. You guys did team up once, didn't you? Any chance you're gonna run it back in LAW? You know what? Maybe. Maybe I'll try and get him to be my tag partner again. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get the, we'll see if we can get whatever we called ourselves back together. Here we go. Hemlock up, Nixon Newell. Nixon Newell managing to push him back into the ropes here. She's got Blue Kane. She's got Blue Kane in the ropes now, but the referee's getting between them. Blue Kane! Into a clothesline. Blue Kane's got it down now. Blue Kane rolling her over here. Blue Kane. Knee off the head. Kicks her in the midsection now. And Blue Kane grabs onto her again here, getting her up. And double axe handle. Blue Kane, is he going to finish this one this quickly? Blue Kane has got Nixon Newell in trouble here. Blue Kane with Newell off the ropes. Whoa, went for the boot. Newell was able to get out of the way. Blue Kane showing his just sheer strength advantage he's got over this young woman right now. By outpowering her left and right. Knocking her back with that right hook. Now Blue Kane has a hold of it. Blue Kane now shoving her back into the corner again now. And now he's got her up. And Nixon Newell rolls it through though. Nixon Newell. They're coming now on Blue Kane. One. No. Nixon Newell trying to get rolling here is Newell. Hits the drop kick, taking Blue Kane down. Nixon Newell now into a big knee strike there, taking it down. Kenrana. Blue Kane goes down now. Nixon Newell drops the elbow on him. Newell's got him now. Nixon Newell, elbow strike again. Nixon staying on top of Blue Kane right now. Nixon Newell. Uh-oh, she's caught. And she's up. And she's down. Well, but she rolls Blue Kane through now. Nixon Newell. Another cover now. No, Blue Kane kicks out again. Oh, and a big knee strike there. Out of the ring going Newell. Nixon Newell's in some trouble here. Nixon Newell hit with a power slam by Blue Kane. Down to the floor. She gets dropped there. Nixon Newell is down. Blue Kane getting a hold of her now, and Blue Kane throwing it back into the ring. Newell is in trouble. Nixon Newell getting back up to her feet. And Nixon Newell's caught for a neck breaker from Blue Kane. Just outpowering her left and right now. Now Nixon Newell, hold on. Blue Kane. Blue Kane getting knocked back here. Newell. It's a big knee strike there. Super kick. Blue Kane going down now. Nixon Newell drops the elbow. Grabs a hold of him. Nixon Newell getting Blue Kane up now. Nixon Newell. There we go. Former world champion there, knocking down Blue Kane. Nixon Newell into... Oh, choke slam! Well, that was like a... I guess that was a choke slam, sure. Nixon Newell now getting Blue Kane back up to his feet here. Nixon Newell has started to turn things around for herself here. Knocking Blue Kane back now. Blue Kane, small package on Nixon Newell for the win. 1, 2, no. That's now Blue Kane throws Nixon Newell into the corner. Blue Kane. Nixon Newell up and down. Going up to the top rope now. Nixon Newell is down. Blue Kane. Here we go. Shades of the Big Red Machine with that flying clothesline. But that might be all she wrote, Doc, because Nixon Newell might be about to go for the ride. She's up. No! Nixon Newell found the counter. Newell counted the choke slam. Nixon Newell right hook to Blue Kane. Nixon Newell rolling him through. The ropes though, rope break for Blue Kane. Nixon Newell stomping away again now at Blue Kane, knocking out the legs here. Nixon Newell putting the boots to Blue Kane. Oh my god. Newell might have just had her head taken off there for a second there. Do a cover now on Blue Kane again. 1, 2, no. And now Nixon Newell is kicking away at Blue Kane again. Nixon now getting Blue Kane back up to his feet here. Nixon Newell. It's Blue Kane in the corner now, kicking away at him here. Nixon Newell. Blue Kane goes down now. Newell getting Blue Kane back up to his feet here. Nixon Newell. Big chop there to Blue Kane now. And Blue Kane swings her around and gets her up and down. Going Nixon Newell. Blue Kane into a cover now on Newell for the 1, 2. Kick out from the girl with the shiniest wizard. Blue Kane is going right back after her head here. Nixon Newell catches him again though. Nixon Newell. 1, 2. No, nearly got him. Nixon Newell now, the girl with the shiniest wizard. It connects now, and she throws herself over Blue Kane. 1, 2, 3. Nixon Newell gets it done. Just like that, Nixon Newell managing to score a huge win, maybe even an upset in some cases to some people. Over Blue Kane. Nixon Newell, when she counted that choke slam, it was all an uphill battle for her the whole time, but she got it done. She nailed that shiniest wizard and got the win. We got 4 matches left. JT finally gets to live out the boyhood dream up next. Oh dear God. Alright folks, we got some mixed tag team action coming up next here on the LS11 Indies. I am shocked Zander is existing in the same building as this man. Look, they both agreed they want to feud with other people. It's time for them to see other people, you know? And Zander said, it's not me, it's you. And Blackstone says, I'm like, it's not me, it's you. Is that your attempt at his accent? What? Nothing. Say it. No, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. Fuck you. Alexander Blackstone and Kasey Styles making their way down to the ring. Blackstone Empire are here. Haven't seen Alexander Blackstone since his loss in the 8-man tag recently. Or the 8-person tag back at Against All Odds. Or rather, Rebellion. But he and Kasey Styles tonight teaming up. Kasey Styles challenging for the Knockouts title tomorrow at Slammiversary alongside 5 other women. That she is. So, Alexander Blackstone, Kasey Styles made their way to the ring, but now here he is, the notorious JT Jayson. There he is, JT in the house. He's talked a lot of smack, has JT. He has, indeed. JT. JT known to talk big and then it backfire on him a lot, but he's got backup tonight and we're going to see how this goes. So he asked for this. Zander used his quote-unquote weakness against him to get this match booked. Let's bring out his tag partner. Folks, making their official LS11 Universe in-ring debut for the first and probably only time in LS11 history. It is Hemlock making their way down to the ring. The split-dyed warrior Hemlock is in the house, teaming up with JT tonight. That's JT's goddess. JT's favorite person on this planet. Hemlock agreed to step in the ring tonight for the first time ever. By their own word, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. But they're doing it. Let's do this. So, JT and Alexander Blackstone starting it out. Here we go. Forearm from JT, taking him down. JT wasting no time going after Blackstone right now. Blackstone has had JT's number in singles action for a long time now, and JT is just coming out of the gate against him here. Remember what happened when JT faced El Grande El Masacano recently? We saw a whole new side of JT. We've been seeing that a lot lately with him as well. JT has just become not just the unhinged one we know him as, but also JT has become just unstoppable in some cases. Hook there from Alexander Blackstone now, and Blackstone, oh my god, what a moonsault. And you saw Hemlock, they took a swing at him. Hemlock was ready. You know, Hemlock earlier this week, they and Zander were going out for dinner, and they asked Zander, hey, what match am I getting put in for this thing that JT paid for? And Zander said, well, you're teaming up with JT, and you're going to fight Alexander Blackstone and Kasey Styles. And Zander's own words, no joke, was that Hemlock's response was, oh, so I'm winning. And well, here we go. Hemlock's in the ring, and Hemlock and JT going to work together. And Hemlock taking down Kasey Styles. Hemlock's been training all week for this one. So they throw a kick, but get drop kicked immediately. Kasey Styles now picking them back up to their feet. Kasey Styles now with Hemlock clothesline. I mean, quite honestly, if you're the Blackstone Empire, you want to try and keep Hemlock in this one. They're less experienced in the ring. They only just found out they were going to have their first ever match this week. As Alexander Blackstone has got them up. Oh my god! A lung blower powerbomb. Kick out there from Hemlock. Now Hemlock sent off the ropes here by Alexander Blackstone, and Blackstone leapfrogs them. And big knee strike. Roundhouse kick. Down goes Hemlock. JT back in. And JT coming to the rescue again. It's Blackstone, though, catching him with a knee strike. Tag is made to Kasey Styles. Kasey Styles is in, and JT. Oh my God! JT knows that there are intergender rules here in LS11 Universe. Knows that he doesn't have to go tag Hemlock right out of the gate here. It's caught here, but Kasey Styles now. Kasey Styles. She's not that much smaller than JT, all things considered. No, she's really not. Into a cover now goes Styles. For the 1, for the 2. No, Hemlock making the save. And now Kasey Styles taking JT towards the center of the ring. Kasey Styles now getting JT back up to his feet. Styles goes for a right hook. JT countering again. JT. Whoa! Caught with the double tap kicks from Kasey Styles. We'll cover now on JT for the 1, 2. JT kicks out. And Kasey Styles might have JT beat here. Kasey Styles. No, wait a minute. JT with the big neck breaker there to Styles. Getting it back up to her feet now. And Kasey Styles getting picked back up and thrown across the ring into the corner. Tag made. Hemlock in. JT and Hemlock going to look for this double team again on Styles. She's up. And down she goes. Oh boy. Hemlock immediately getting out of the way of Alexander Blackstone. Taking a cheap shot. JT sliding in the ring now. JT coming to the aid of Hemlock. JT taking down Blackstone. Into the cover now, Hemlock. 1. No, the referee cone. What the hell were you thinking, man? Now Hemlock. Oh, what a big slap there. And Hemlock just slapping the taste out of Blackstone's mouth. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Down they go. The tag is made. Kasey Styles is in now. And Kasey Styles kick to the midsection. DDT from Hemlock. Into the cover now. No. Hemlock, what are they thinking here? Hemlock. Oh no, Hemlock. Got caught. Kasey Styles with the cutter. Kasey with the cutter. 1. No! Hemlock kicked out. That's Kasey Styles' best move. And they kicked out. Kasey Styles now with Hemlock. Oh, went for the cutter again. Hemlock kick at the midsection. Hemlock pedigree. Zander taught them that one, said it was the easiest move he could teach them. 1, 2, no! Hemlock using Zander's old finishing move against Kasey Styles. And it nearly worked. Now wait a minute, Hemlock, cover. 1, 2, 3! Hemlock scores the win. JT getting another one over Alexander Blackstone now. Just like that. JT and Hemlock with the win. Kasey Styles and Alexander Blackstone pulled everything they could out of their hats. But in the end, JT and Hemlock got the job done. I really thought when Hemlock got caught with that cutter it was over, but then Hemlock, of all things, popped out a pedigree before rolling Kasey Styles up. JT and Hemlock with the win. Hell yes. Hemlock with that Danny Phantom looking ass outfit gets the win. Alright folks, it is time to move into our triple header main event. That is right, the first of these 3 triple header main events is for the DPW Championship. Here comes Calvin Tankman to the ring. He won a #1 contenders match a few weeks ago at our last DPW show we did. And now tonight he gets his shot at long last. So, Calvin Tankman ready for his big matchup here tonight, ready to go for the titles, looking to become a champion. As here comes the champion. As here is Adrian Nova. Adrian Nova ready to defend the gold. Looking to defend the gold once again. No one's been able to take it from him yet. So, let's do this. So, Tankman and Nova, let's do this. The first of our 3 big title matches tonight. Here we go. How the hell is Nova going to survive this one? He's going in there against a guy twice his size. Nova's used to these underdog performances, but Tankman shoving him down. Good God. Adrian Nova goes for the dropkick. He's caught. Tankman knocking him back now. Nova now running in. Tankman's got him. Calvin Tankman putting Adrian Nova in the ropes now. Calvin Tankman lifts him up. And wicked powerbomb to Adrian Nova. Calvin Tankman to become DPW champion in quick fashion. No. He's got Adrian Nova now. Nova knocking him back here. Adrian Nova jumping blockbuster. Adrian Nova trying to take him down in quick fashion himself here now. Adrian Nova's got him down here, and Adrian Nova, he's fought from underneath before. Adrian Nova, he's caught in a weird situation with his NRW buddies right now. You got Colton and Shinobi that are on team Zander can go fuck himself. Then you got Adrian Nova who wants to stay out of the Zander and Ray situation. And so NRW is on a bit of a divide right now between the 3 members over their opinions on the whole Zander and Ray situation. We saw Colton and Shinobi actually attack Jadum in the parking lot a couple of weeks ago, back on TNA. He did. Now Calvin Tankman's got a hold of Adrian Nova. Throws him off the ropes now, and Nova swinging around now. Adrian Nova knocking back Calvin Tankman here. Adrian Nova getting caught here. Calvin Tankman's got him. They're taking him down here, and Adrian Nova. Oh, Tankman going into the bottom rope here. Calvin Tankman. Himself up. Adrian Nova. Connecting here. What is Nova thinking? Oh my god, Nova. Whoa! How the hell did he pull that off? Nova managed to pull Calvin Tankman back in the ring like that. That was impressive as hell. And Nova could end this one quickly. Flies in with another blockbuster to Calvin Tankman. Into the cover now. Adrian Nova for the 1, for the 2, for the 3. No. That's the thing with Adrian Nova. There's a reason he's held just about every indie title there is to hold. He's a 2-time LSWF champion, 1-time LAW champion, 1-time LAW tag champion, 1-time LSWF tag champion, LSWF internet champion, and he's the current DPW champion. And Adrian Nova now knocking back Calvin Tankman, who catches him now. Tankman, big right hook into the head of Adrian Nova. Tankman's got a hold of him now. Calvin Tankman has Adrian Nova. Pulls him in, sends him off the ropes. Tankman with a back elbow. Taking him down now. Calvin Tankman. 1, 2. No. Adrian Nova kicking out. Tankman now. Getting back up to his feet again here. And Calvin Tankman. Wow, Nova went for a drop kick. He's taken down though. Tankman's got a hold of him now. And Tankman. Nova in the corner now. Calvin Tankman. Ties up the leg. Kicks the leg into the rope. Doing some damage to the leg of Nova, who we know likes to fly. And Tankman. Uh-oh. Spike suplex. Taking him down for the 1, 2. No. Nova now knocked down by Tankman. Now Adrian Nova hits the drop kick. Follows through to a second one. Adrian Nova now ducking him. Hitting the ropes. Flies in with a crossbody. Adrian Nova's got him down now. Adrian Nova. Here we go again. Nova looking for him. Blockbuster! And Adrian Nova figuring out what he's going to do now. Nova looking for him. I think he's going for Nova shot. Hits it! Nova shot connects to the top. Super Nova splash into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, Adrian Nova retains. Nova managing to overcome Calvin Tankman tonight. A big win there for Adrian Nova. Nova taking down Calvin Tankman and retaining his DPW title yet again. He's been beating the indie stars of LS11 left and right to keep that championship. But now will his faction mates, his buddies in NRW fare as well, as we got tag action up next. Alright, it's our second matchup of the night. Second to last matchup of the night. It is for the DPW Tag Team Championships. That is right, the second of our 3 matches in our triple main event. As here come Colton and Shinobi to the ring. We just saw Adrian Nova a moment ago but get the big win and retain the DPW World title. Now let's see if his buddies can pick up the tag team titles tonight. So, they've made their way to the ring, have the NRW boys. Can they bring more gold in NRW? Have all the gold in the group for the first time in a while. As here is ZRC in the house. Zander making his way to the ring. Zander makes his way down to the ring here tonight. His first defense of the gold. He could walk out of this weekend a double champion, and somehow, some way, he's won so many people over, even his biggest doubters. He's won over to the point where they want to see him walk out of this weekend with a double champion, or as a double champion. It's not impossible. It's something Zander's always said he wanted, and he had it for about 5 minutes back at Emergence. He was the LS11 Grand Champion and one out of the NWA Tag Champions, and then Ray beat him so bad that he had to vacate both. But his tag team partner tonight, well, we already know who it is, don't we? Somebody say Joe Hendry. A newly updated modded version of the European title as well. Make it just a little bit shinier. And give it the updated logo. Joe Hendry making his way down to the ring. Zander's tag team partner and one half of the DPW Tag Champions, the reigning European champion as well for WWE. Making his way down to the ring. Say his name, and he has appeared. Joe Hendry and Zander, the dream team, if you will. Made their way down to the ring. Let's do this. DPW tag titles on the line. NRW versus Zander and Joe Hendry. Plenty of bad blood between Zander, Shinobi, and Colton. Going back years at this point. Zander and Shinobi, his former running buddy in ZC Enterprise, coming head to head here as Shinobi with that super kick goes into a cover. Zander kicking out at 1. Zander's got a lot of big matches he's got to look forward to. He's got Ray tomorrow. He's got Bonesaw McGraw coming up at Crisis on Infinite Squared Circles. The ARW and LSWF crossover show. The kind of final farewell to ARW. Coming up in a couple weeks. He's got big match after big match coming up here as of late. How focused is he going to be on this one? Well, you would think he's going to be laser focused, seeing as he's teaming up with Joe Hendry, and he doesn't want to let Joe down. Joe's been like the first person to show, was the first person to be his friend, following everything with Ray as Colton enters the mix now, and Colton, who was absolutely humiliated by Zander years ago in his LS11 debut. Oh my God! Keep in mind, Zander is still recovering from going through that table just less than 48 hours ago on TNA. That he is. Zander is in extreme pain right now. He is dragging himself through these matches this week. Zander's yet to lose a match this season. Part of me wonders if that'll stay the same, if that fact will stay true tonight. Just seeing everything he's going through. Oh my God! Colton just pop-up powerbombed him. I feel like a gust of wind might knock Zander over right now. Ray's just giving him a beating at every turn, and Colton and Shinobi... Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no! Spike pile driver! Joe's in. Thank God. Because Zander pretty much got no offense in there. Here comes Joe Hendry. Say his name and he gets the hot tag. Joe Hendry coming into the rescue. Against Shinobi now. Joe Hendry Throwing Shinobi into the corner here. Big clothesline. Snapman takes him down. Elbow drop from Joe Hendry now. Getting Shinobi back up to his feet. Joe Hendry is a former TNA World Champion. He knows about the grind that Zander is on right now because he's been on it himself. Never forget the week Joe Hendry won the World Cup and wrestled 4 other matches in that same week. He competed in the semifinals that same week against Jon Moxley. He beat Finn Balor in the finals. He competed against Matt Cardona at Heroes Welcome. And he competed in a 6-man tag team match on Impact. Absolutely right, Z3. As now he's in here with Shinobi. Shinobi's got a hold of him now. Shinobi putting Joe Hendry into the corner now, and Shinobi grabs a hold of him here. Shinobi with Joe Hendry tying up the arm now. Shinobi has Joe Hendry down now. Shinobi. Elbow strike now from Joe, and Joe Hendry grabs hold of him. No, Shinobi slides out of it. Shinobi swings him around now, throws him into the corner. Shinobi going towards the corner now. Tag made. Colton is in, and Colton and Joe Hendry. Oh! Joe Hendry just absolutely pouncing on him. And now Joe Hendry with Colton. Off the ropes. Pops him up. Back body drop. Joe Hendry's getting fired up right now. Colton rolling him through, trying to pin the former Impact World Champion, or TNA World Champion. Tag made. Zander back in now. Not sure how good of an idea this is, though, for Zander, who we know is who is stumbling around in this matchup right now. Colton with the stunner. No! Colton nearly beating Zander for tag titles again. Remember last time when Zander was a tag champion in LSWF with Connell, it was Colton and Shinobi who dethroned him. Colton has always been Zander's kryptonite when it comes to tag team titles in the LS11 universe. And Zander knocking him down. Colton with a knee strike now, and Colton has him up on his shoulders now. Colton taking him down into a phantom driver. Zander's down now. Colton tagging in Shinobi. And Zander coming face to face with the consequences of his actions again. Big forearm there from Shinobi, taking him down now. And Shinobi has his former boss by the back of the head now, and Shinobi's got him in the ropes. Shinobi, oh my god, hitting with a sliced bread. And Zander's been stacked up. 1, 2, another kick out from ZRC. Zander's struggling though. Oh, but Joe Hendry doing what he can to even things up here. Taking down Shinobi. Getting Zander a little bit of separation now. And Zander. Oh, hang on a minute. Zander now says, "You can't see me." Everyone's been making the Super Cena jokes for months about Zander as he hits the 5-knuckle shuffle now. And Zander now with Shinobi. Scoops him up on his shoulders now, and Zander with Shinobi. Looks right in Colton's eyes as he nails an attitude adjustment. Well, I don't know how wise that was because Colton was right there to break it up. And now Zander taking a shot at Colton here. Turning his attention back to Shinobi. Getting Shinobi back up to his feet now, and Zander. Big right hook to the midsection now of Shinobi. Shinobi's caught him though, and Shinobi over the top rope here. And stunner in the ropes. And now there's that separation between Zander and Joe once again. At what point do you think Joe might cut the losses here? What do you mean? At what point do you think Joe is going to start acting like a protective friend in this one? And just realize that Zander needs to stop. That Zander's pushing himself too far with all of this. The contract signing, going through the table, having this match tonight, competing against Ray again tomorrow. At what point does Joe have to put his foot down on Zander in this one? I'm not sure. It's Colton. Oh wait, Zander slides out of it now, and Zander choking him down. Zander getting Colton back up to his feet now, and Zander, here we go. Firing back on Colton again now, and Zander with Colton Scribner into the corner now of the ropes. Back body drop now, has him down. Zander with Colton back up to his feet now, and Zander's got him here. Zander Starting to get on fire now, and Zander now tags in Joe Hendry. What are they thinking here? Zander and Joe. Massive double team there. And Joe Hendry standing ovation to Colton Scribner. Shinobi making the save. And now Joe Hendry. Fall-away slam to Shinobi. Joe Hendry getting ready to hit Shinobi. Oh, no! He was getting ready to hit Shinobi with a standing ovation of his own. 1, 2. Colton nearly stealing the belts off of Joe Hendry's own arrogance. Love him or hate him, Joe Hendry is known to be a bit arrogant from time to time, and he's been his own worst enemy because of that. Colton nearly getting it with the stunner there, but Joe kicking out. Colton's got a hold of Joe Hendry now, and Colton with Joe Hendry in the corner. Tag made, Shinobi in. Now Colton and Shinobi, twist of fate. And Shinobi with Swanton. Talk about an extreme combination from NRW. Shinobi now the legal man in this one. Has a hold of Joe now, and Shinobi going to the head of the European champion. Taking Joe Hendry down. To the head there now, Joe Hendry. Back into the ring, and Joe makes the tag. Zander's in. Zander's legal. But look at this. When he's even trying to run, he's moving slower. As he runs right into a chomp from Shinobi. And Shinobi's got him up. Shinobi. Hey! And oh my god. Shinobi using Zander's own move against him. The double attitude adjustment. 1, 2. Joe Hendry making the save. That was how Zander put down Kaz a few weeks ago at Return of the King. And it looked like it was about to crown us new tag team champions tonight if Joe Hendry hadn't been right there. Colton with the knee strike. Zander clawing his way into the corner, and Colton just kicking away at him now. What's Colton doing now? Colton Scribner's looking to go coast to coast. We scarcely see people do that in LS11 universe. Colton hits the kick right in the face of Zander. The sheer irony if this is what beat Zander for gold tonight. Colton now tags Shinobi back in. Zander is down. He's not moving. Shinobi now getting him back up to his feet, and Shinobi. Swinging wheel kick now has Zander. He's up, and he's down. Zander is down. Shinobi caught by Joe. And now Shinobi. What is he doing here? Shinobi's stalking Zander. Oh my god. Just stomped the holy hell out of the back of his head. 1, 2. Zander's still in it somehow, though. Zander is still kicking out, and all Joe can do is watch. If he gets involved again, he'll get his team disqualified. Shinobi with sliced bread again. And Zander kicking out again. What the hell? How the hell is he still kicking out of all of this? Now Colton. With a knee off the jaw. Zander is down now. Colton kicks him in the back, and Colton. Joe Hendry helping out again as best as he can. Colton. Spear. Zander is still down, and Colton tags Shinobi back in. Wait a minute, Zander to retain the DPW tag titles. 1, 2. Nearly got it. Oh my god. Shinobi just turned him inside out. No! And Zander is somehow still in it. Shinobi going into the legs now, knocking back ZRC. Zander is down. Shinobi. Zander clutching at that knee. His tag is made. Colton's back in. Colton, whoa, look to end Zander with a kick to the head. Again, it would be just the most ironic thing he could do if he did it. Zander is on weak legs right now, but he's still going. Wobbling and all. Colton with the hip toss now, and Colton. Wow, Zander countered the stunner attempt. Zander. He's got Colton now, and Zander with Colton. He's up, and attitude adjustment. But there's Shinobi. Zander now, wait a minute, right hook to Shinobi. Zander hitting the Willow's bell on Shinobi. Colton with a sling blade though. And that might have been the exact opening Colton needed. Colton with a spear. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. That last spear was the last gasp NRW needed. And the gas tank finally ran empty. Just like that. Joe Hendry just had to watch at the end there. I mean, you saw him. I think as much as Joe enjoyed being tag champions with Zander for DPW, I think it was for Zander's own good Joe didn't get in and break that one up. Your winners and the new DPW Tag Team Champions, Colton and Shinobi, NRW. NRW draped in gold for the first time in a while. They did it. The NRW boys on top. Alright, well folks, it is our main event for the night. This one's gonna get a little uncomfortable because it is a blood sport match. Knockout and submission only. And it is for the GCW Championship. Here comes Murder Grandpa. That's right. The Murder Grandpa himself. Minoru Suzuki makes his way down to the ring. Suzuki is here. Suzuki looking to win his first title here in LS11 Universe. Here is the champion. Here is Shayna Baszler making her way to the ring. Baszler with the first of 2 title defenses this week. For her, she'll be defending a 6-way battle tomorrow night at Slammiversary. So, we've seen it take on many a top stars before for these championships. Will she be able to outlast Suzuki tonight? We're going to find out. Let's do this. Baszler and Suzuki. A final matchup of the night. We can do this. For reference, it is 2 in the morning. It's 2 in the morning, and we have to be up in like 6 hours. And these shows still get edited. So, there it is. The GCW title on the line. It's not gonna be pretty. There's a reason they say this ain't ballet. Here we go. Shayna? I know normally we tell people not to do this with you. Shayna, I gotta tell you, I think this one might be a bad idea on your part. As Shayna and Suzuki just come out of the gate with big strikes to one another. And Suzuki, oh my god. Jesus Christ. Shayna Baszler, my god, she just ate the ring post on that one. This is her wheelhouse. The blood sport style match. This is Shayna's wheelhouse. She knows how to do this better than anyone in current wrestling. Of course, her best friend Marina Shafir is currently dead, so she doesn't have any backup here tonight. It is just her and Suzuki, one-on-one. Knockout submission only. Suzuki now with the big forearm strikes, knocking it back here. Suzuki throwing it back into the ring. Minoru Suzuki. He doesn't. Neither of these people want weapons. Pretty much in their minds, they are the weapons. I mean, have you seen them? Oh, if you're Shayna, this is exactly where you want to be in this matchup. You want to get on top of him. You want to stay there. You want to make sure he doesn't get back up. Shayna Baszler, the submission magician, as they call her, going right into the head of Suzuki. Minoru Suzuki's down now. Shayna Baszler taking him down here. Shayna, a second intergender matchup of the night. Intergender singles match, I suppose. I guess the tag match is a little bit different. Now Shayna's got a hold of Minoru Suzuki. Forearm strike, taking him down here. Shayna Baszler with Suzuki. No, and Suzuki gonna throw her out of the ring. No, Suzuki! Headlock takeover. The scary thing about a match like this between two people like this is it could go any way still. And we're seeing Suzuki now. He's pulling out these kind of strikes we would normally see Shayna doing. Case in point. It's a full contact sport, is pro wrestling, folks. These two are going full contact. You know neither of them is going to hold back on the other. And you know that the other would punish. They would punish one another if they held back. And Suzuki into a knee bar. Knee bar in on Shayna. And the people standing around the ring slamming on the mat. Is Shayna going to tap? I don't know. Have we ever seen Shayna Baszler submit in the LS11 universe? Well, there's a first time for everything Doc and Suzuki's cranking up the torque on that knee bar. Shayna Baszler's in trouble. Suzuki. Shayna Baszler's answering back now. Baszler hobbling back to her feet now. And Shayna. Suzuki going for it now. But Shayna knocking Suzuki back now. Shayna Baszler. Oh! Oh my god! What a way to take him down there. And Shayna Baszler and Minoru Suzuki going back out of the ring. Shayna redirected in the timekeeper's area. And Suzuki now. Big right hook there to Shayna Baszler and Minoru Suzuki. Posts her. Same way he started the match, just sending Shayna into the ring post. But Baszler's caught a hold of him now, and Shayna Baszler. Baszler's got Suzuki now, and Shayna Baszler with Minoru Suzuki here. Throwing him back into the ring. Shayna Baszler. There's a reason we saved this matchup for last. It's not for the faint of heart. And we wanted to make sure everyone got to see all the other matches tonight. If a match like this is a little bit too violent for them. Shayna Baszler just staying on top of Suzuki right now. Baszler now getting Suzuki back up to his feet now, and Shayna. Suzuki's answering back now, and Suzuki. Oh, here we go again. The strikes from both people in this matchup. Two extremely heavy hitters just throwing these huge shots, and Shayna getting a slight advantage now. And Suzuki's kind of stumbling towards the edge of the ring as well. It's a dangerous place to be if you're Minoru Suzuki right now. That it is, Doc, and Suzuki and Baszler going back and forth here. Jim's going to get the win here, though. Guys, wait a minute. Here we go. They're locked up. They are swinging wildly at one another. Shayna Baszler. Knocking back Suzuki now, and Shayna. Here we go. Shayna. Kirifuda clutch. Rear naked choke is in. Minoru Suzuki's in deep, deep water right now. He's neck deep in Shayna Baszler's best submission. Shayna's got it locked in. Suzuki, it's tap, snap, or nap when you're up against the submission magician. And all of these rookies around the ring slamming down on the canvas, essentially saying, go on, just tap, Suzuki. Just tap. Shayna's got it locked in tight. Suzuki's in some deep trouble here. Shayna Baszler holding him in it now. Suzuki, is he going to stay in it here? Suzuki. Minoru Suzuki. Going back through it, trying to get out of it now. Elbowing Shayna repeatedly. Suzuki knocking her back. Suzuki now grabbing onto Baszler now, and Minoru Suzuki. German suplex! Both people down now, both competitors down. And there's no pinfalls in this matchup. The referee can't call it here. Well, he could. The referee can call a technical knockout anytime. Shayna Baszler. She's refusing to go down. She bends back the arm of Suzuki. Stomps him in the arm. And now Shayna stomping the legs here of Suzuki. Shayna Baszler now. Going right back in. Here we go again. Ground and pound. Baszler looking to knock out Suzuki right now. And Shayna Baszler kicks him over again. Shayna staying right back on top of him again now. Firing away at Suzuki's head. Shayna Baszler trying to knock out the murder grandpa is Shayna. Now Shayna. Uh-oh. No. Knocks back Suzuki. Clotheslines him. Suzuki now. His turn. Armbar on Shayna. Another big submission locked in from one of these two. It is violent right now. It is violent. It's full of submissions. And there is no way Shayna's walking into Slammiversary 100% tomorrow at this rate. It really seems that way, Z3. Something's got to give any moment now in this matchup. One of these two is going to snap a tap. Shayna's trying to make sure that it's going to be Suzuki. Shayna Baszler now. Shayna. Suzuki down now. Shayna Baszler. Putting the boots into the head now. And Shayna stomping him repeatedly in the chest now. Baszler now going down. Ground and pound again. Baszler's got Suzuki down. Shayna now gets him back up to his feet here. And Shayna Baszler. Wait a minute. Oh my god! Essentially saying turnabout's fair play. Oh my god, she fell. Shayna Baszler. I think her foot got caught on the ring pit, on the ring skirt there. She manages to get back up before Suzuki though, and she dishes out a knee into his jaw. Shayna not gonna let that nasty spill to the outside stop her. Now she's got Suzuki here, and Shayna Baszler with a Piper's Pit on the floor. Both competitors down. Feels like we're in the final moments here. This ref's gonna have to call. John, you're gonna have to call for a knockout at some point here, brother. Shayna Baszler now throwing Suzuki back into the ring. Baszler now going into the head of Suzuki. Minoru Suzuki answering back now, and Suzuki. Shayna now back into that knee bar. Knee bar is right back in. Is Baszler going to tap out? Shayna Baszler trying to damage to stay in it as Suzuki's cranking it up. And look at Baszler. She's thinking about tapping Doc. She's thinking about it, but no. She's swatting at the face now. Baszler hobbling. Baszler hobbling. Spear! Baszler into the spear. And now Shayna going for the knockout blow. She's hit him in the head so many times now that Baszler kicking him down again. Shayna now, Baszler with Suzuki. Baszler knocking Suzuki back now. Shayna Baszler swings him around one more time. Into the rear naked choke. She's got it wrenched in. Shayna Baszler's got it in on Suzuki. It's over. The official calling the knockout. Suzuki stopped moving. The official calls the knockout. What a war these two just went through over the GCW title. It was paid for by JT if you didn't know. Shayna Baszler and Suzuki, an absolute war over the GCW title in this one. But in the end, it is the Queen of Spades that gets the knockout. That is going to do it for the LS11 Indies tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow for Slammiversary. We're going the fuck to bed. I've been the Doctor. I've been Zander with 3. And that was Universe. Special thanks to $10 above Patreon backers JJ Gyllenhaal, Tech Nizzle, Harry Willetts, and Jeremy Burt. Patreon is the best way to support me directly, and joining you get LS11 member Nitro, Let's Play content, early access to Sanctuary videos, and more.